It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Herzog. Sorry, Noelle, are we boring you?
No, here's what happened. I was going to hiccup and yawn at the same time, and I couldn't pick a struggle. So I had to stop everything. I just kind of just stopped breathing for a second.
Okay, good. That's perfect.
Have you ever done that where it's like, I'm going to sneeze and burp at the same time or something? You just have to shut your mind off.
Sure. I'm sure.
Oh yeah. I short circuit like that.
Yeah. That you can only do one thing. We're here to talk about Happily Ever After season 7, episode 10. How'd you feel about the episode in general?
It was okay. It wasn't a bad episode. I felt like it went by kind of fast, but also again, we're kind of winding down. There's a lot of nothing happening.
Yeah, there is a lot of nothing happening.
They're stretching storylines out.
We're stretching.
This is a stretch.
I will tell you that I did watch this show the quickest I've watched it in a long time.
Did you?
Yeah, just like I didn't. So when I usually watch it, like I'll pause it and I'll be like, I should probably rearrange the furniture.
Right.
And then I'm like, what's the inside of my medicine cabinet like today?
Because you want to get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I can't sit here while my table hasn't been bleached.
Yeah, we are recording kind of early for 90 days.
It's not really early. I just started later than usual. And then I also took a longer swim.
You did take a long swim today.
Yeah. So if you guys want to hear more about all of that, go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast for all of the other stuff. Because that's when you're going to hear our other podcast BS.
Where we just BS.
We just do that. So patreon.com/trash talk podcast, traceycarnazzo.com. That's where you can find everything that we're talking about today. Okay.
Yeah.
We're going with Jenny and Sumit.
Jemeni. You hear me? Jemeni and Sumi. Yep. I'm here.
It's Sumit now.
So now it's full on Sumit?
Full on Sumit.
Okay. I like Summit.
I like, who was the guy from Peter Pan? The guy who was like the deckhand on the boat.
Smee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That works too.
I like Smee.
Smee. Sumi. Summit. Sumi. Yeah. Sumi. Yeah, you're right. It's like now we're just doing Summit now.
Yeah, we're just doing Sumit. So the paint is bubbling off of the walls in this house because of the water damage and the filth in their house.
See, I didn't notice that. I was watching him give himself a blowout. That's what I was looking at. I was like, this is fun.
He was giving himself
he was giving himself like he was blowing his hair up.
He was Pauly D'ing.
Yeah, I liked it.
He was Jin Tan Laundry.
He's a real meatball, this guy.
So he's getting a job and she's super upset that he wants to work. And he's going to be working in his friend's cafe as a chef.
This is a common theme of the show. We've spoken about this before. Why did none of these women want these men to work?
Okay, but also a cook, maybe.
Oh, he's going to be a chef.
Okay, but also his friend's cafe. This is a ghost kitchen.
Right. But originally, I think it was supposed to be a cafe, and then it's turned into a different thing.
Yeah. So they have wardrobe racks all over their house too. Do you have closets, guys? Or
no, I don't think so. Or they just have shit in all their closets. You know, everything is like packed. I would love to do the floors in that house. I can make them sparkle.
Oh my God. Can you imagine how many times you would have to cedar mop them?
I would, but I would get such enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, it's like a project. It's like getting the stove clean.
Yes. And then it's like you buff them and you disinfect them. I would be good. I would bleach the grout. I don't care.
Yeah, but it wouldn't matter because the walls are filthy.
No, I know. It's like you start at one place, then everything else is just messy.
It's a lot. So he wants her to learn how to cook. He wants her to go to the grocery store all by herself. You know, these aren't like crazy expectations. She's like, well, what am I supposed to do if you work? And he's like, well, you could wake up. You could put clothes on. You could wash your hair. You can go to the grocery store.
She's very codependent.
You can cook an egg. You could do
the problem is she relies on him for everything.
Literally everything. It's just so weird.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like she's such a grown up, and everybody talks about, oh, like it's like a mother son.
No,
but
it's not.
like,
It's
I
like
don't think
it's like
it
a
is.
father daughter.
Yes.
It's like a father and his elderly daughter.
Yes, his father and his geriatric daughter.
Yeah, it's very. Why would you not want to be self-sufficient?
Why would you not ever want to be alone?
She just doesn't. So, I mean, maybe clean the house. Maybe he needs to leave the house so that you can clean the house. It's gonna take you years to clean the house, Jenny.
Clean the house. Clean out the fridge.
Watch
Clean the counters. Watch Clean Talk. Watch a movie if you must. Do something alone. Like go for a walk alone. When was the last time you did anything alone?
Learn how to
swim. I thought you were going to say learn how to swim. Like I need to learn that
also
too.
Learn how to swim. I could teach you this summer. We're going to swim together.
Okay.
So she doesn't like being outside alone.
Okay, I get it because I think she feels like she's in a foreign place, but
she's
lived there for a bit. Yeah.
Noelle.
Yeah.
She's lived there for 3 years. Can you imagine living somewhere for 3 years and not feeling like you've lived in your house for 3 years?
Yeah.
Did you just move?
Yeah, I don't go outside.
You're too afraid, right?
I'm too afraid. I'm like, how would I get broccoli? There's no way to know.
No way to
know.
She said that she doesn't know how to shop. And so she goes to like the outdoor market.
Yeah.
Why is this woman
key food?
Why is this woman yelling at her?
Okay, this woman is being very aggressive, and I feel like I would have walked away from her too.
Okay. But I feel, did she do that for the camera, or are they like, we know actually like a crazy vendor, we're gonna go over there, that's gonna be funny?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like if that was you would have been like, take a walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I'd be like, I'm gonna go to the non-crazy yelling potato lady. Don't force that broccoli on me.
She's like, you I can't just sell you one. It's like, why? She's like, what if I just
what is this, one? Costco?
Right. It's so weird. I have to have 35
India?
pounds of broccoli because of you.
What's it? Outdoor Costco?
It's so weird. And she's like, but everything's so fresh. I'll throw in the mushrooms. It's like, where were the mushrooms 10 minutes ago, honey?
Right. No, this is very weird. Right. So then she starts, and then she tries to overcharge her. But yeah. But the funny thing is, they're both getting very emotional over this.
Yes. Because the woman's like, you're giving me a bad edit.
But Jenny's so mad. She's like, no, you can't do this.
Well, because Jenny feels like, I guess she's being maybe discriminated against or something.
Then go somewhere else. Stop.
Right. It's like, why are you fighting with why are you haggling with a haggler? Aren't you supposed to?
A vendor?
Haggler.
I guess so. I guess that's the culture.
Isn't that like the game you play? Okay, the dance we dance.
Okay. Noelle.
Yeah.
She's lived there for 3 years. What do you do when you're with Sumit? What does Sumit do?
All the shopping.
Does he? Okay, but she's always with him. She doesn't leave his side.
She can't watch.
She closes her eyes.
I can't see this. I can't watch this.
I can't watch this outdoor Costco haggle.
I can't watch him touch the broccoli that way. I can't do it. It's so weird.
Don't touch the broccoli like you touch me.
She's helpless and they want her to be helpless. Don't touch the broccoli like you don't touch me.
She gets jealous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just to close her eyes.
Pluck the broccoli.
She's like, I especially don't like when you touch the pudding because it's like when you touch my lips.
Yeah.
He's putting his lips to the pudding.
I love pudding. Not her pudding.
No. So she leaves without paying because it's too expensive. And then she goes to a different vendor. But she kind of fights with him.
But she also just seems like she's in a panic.
But he also seems like he's laughing at her.
Yes, he's laughing at her.
Do they make him do that? Or is this?
No, I think he's also like, look at this crazy lady.
He's like, why is there a camera at Village Costco?
Right. Why? Why?
The outdoor
Costco DJs. Why are we doing this?
I don't know. So, okay. Now, in another scene, Sumit gets to his job and then Rohit says, do you still remember cooking?
Right. No, but I thought you just hired him as a chef.
Do you remember cooking? Do you remember there's like a fire?
Yeah. Special.
No. Okay.
No. Okay. You don't know how. Okay.
They make pizza and sandwiches
for themselves. But I mean, I'm saying like when they're there, he only cooks for himself.
Well, because it's a ghost kitchen. It's a delivery kitchen and no one knows they're there. So I feel like it's not the cleanest.
Okay, I know it's not because I was looking around his little hot plate. It was crusty.
Very crusty. So he said that basically Rohit said, like, this is our business that I invested in alone by myself.
Right.
That is
all
mine.
my money.
So I need you to give your all to this.
Right. I need you to work 7 days a week, 10 hours a day.
So Sumit said maybe 5 days a week. And
I feel like that's okay.
Rohit, then hire 2 people.
He can't.
Okay.
Well, it's me.
Well,
it's me.
Maybe he could hire Sumit, Sumi, and Smee.
Maybe you'll have a triple threat.
They also tap dance and sing and cook. So they're gonna go and EGOT.
I don't know what that means.
It means when you get an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Oh, it's gonna happen to you. Yeah, those are your aspirations.
If you guys want to hear me sing, go to patreon.com/.
Guys, that's a true statement. This girl loves to sing.
Sorry. So Rohit's getting very mad because he said that it's all about Jenny. It's only what Jenny wants. And he's like,
what does this have to do with Jenny?
I don't know.
He's like, I don't want to work 7 days a week.
Right. So Rohit was like, are you willing to move to America and leave your parents? And he's like, no. And I'm going to have kids now.
He's like, we're going to get a surrogate or adopt.
You remember last week when he was like, I'm going to find some people to adopt?
It's like, wait.
He said, I'm going to adopt someone. That's what he said.
Also, you haven't spoken to Jenny about all this.
Also, your parents don't want to talk to you. You're going to leave your parents. Your parents are like, go to America. Your parents are like, good,
you make us sick. Leave now.
Right, I've been retching.
Yeah, right. The sight of you makes me vomit.
Yeah. Do you remember when I suicide ran away from you at the temple?
Right.
Leave me alone.
You're making me cry blood. Leave me alone. Literally.
I look drunk and high. Get away from me.
So leave me alone.
I couldn't even yoga with your dad. I couldn't even. What were they doing? They were doing something weird, like neti potting, but like worse.
Oh yeah, that's right. I feel like I don't know why I had a flashback of mustard.
Yeah,
were they doing something with like mustard, right?
Yeah,
mustard oil.
She's like, I can't even properly mustard with daddy.
Yeah.
She's like, I had to use ketchup last week. I was so upset.
Couldn't even Dijon together. Yeah, it's something like mustard makes your nose run. I don't know what it was. Maybe I'm making this up. There's no way to know.
Right. I think you're right.
Yeah.
So Rohit's like, I think adopting might make that worse. He's like, no. I'm gonna.
Your parents aren't gonna love the child.
He's like, I'm actually not sure if Jenny wants kids. I haven't spoken to her about it. And Jenny's like, I have 10 kids.
Yeah. Also,
like, already.
Why would she want to do that?
I'm
right
90.
now?
I can't even sweep. You want me to take care of a baby?
I can't even broccoli alone. You expect me to take care of this baby? Who's gonna
feed this kid broccoli?
Seriously.
Okay. So he comes home and she's like, look at all this stuff that I bought. It's all in the bag. When did it go?
She just left it there. She doesn't put it away.
So
like, look at my crotch pepper.
Okay, so she bought 2 peppers, and he's like, "What would you even do with that?" And she's like, "You could stick it somewhere." What do you mean? What would you do with that? She wanted to give it to him
as a treat. She said,
"Yeah, that's his pepper snack."
That's what I mean. What? That's his treat.
Okay,
is that all it takes?
This is very. I think she's doing the what's that diet where you like go back to your roots? The caveman diet.
Yeah,
I think she's doing the caveman diet. She's like, all we have to cook with is a rock.
So yeah, we have to
if you want to eat the pepper, you just stick the whole thing in your mouth. We don't remember, this is how our ancestors ate. There's no fire.
Just that one full pepper.
There's no knife. There's nothing sharp. She's like, you have to eat whole foods. This is the whole 30 diet.
Yuck.
You have to eat the whole pepper.
This poor guy in one shot too.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, what are you making for dinner? She's like, well, I have peeled this one potato and I think I'm going to boil it and then it will be mashed.
That's it.
And I was like, oh, Noelle would be like, this is great.
Here's the thing. I love boiled potatoes. I love mashed potatoes, but do you want a little more zhuzh to that? Also, I don't trust her mashed potatoes. You think she's going to make good mashed potatoes?
She probably makes the ones your mom makes.
Milk potatoes?
milk soup.
No,
potato.
I feel like hers are so overmixed. I feel like Jenny's are going to be so overmixed.
Jenny's not going to overmix anything. She's not
going to have a glue potato.
No way. You think that Jenny's going to overdo anything? She's underdoing it. She's not even going to cook that potato. She's just going to hit it with the knife.
Then she really is my mother.
Yeah, she has all day long.
Yeah,
just peeled a half a potato.
Yeah,
he's like, only one.
That's
potato?
who she is. I have friends like this.
He's like, don't worry, I cooked you something.
When he gives it to her, it looks so small. I'm like, this is dinner for everyone.
I mean, it's just like a sample from the ghost kitchen.
Yeah, sampler.
It's a
sandwich sampler.
It's a sampler. It has nachos. It has
spit dip
and mott sticks
and boneless wings.
Yum.
Yeah,
that's a good sampler. But mild or barbecue, honey barbecue.
Mild.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, honey barbecue's a little too sweet for me.
Sorry, we're just having a Applebee's flashback.
Yeah, I think I felt like I just took E. Like I think I just had an E flashback.
You know what I want?
What?
You know what I want on the Applebee's sampler?
Let's see. What does Tracey eat on the Applebee's sampler?
The same thing that you eat on the Applebee's sampler. Order one in your head right now. Go ahead.
If I was going to order an Applebee's sampler
one right
now.
What do you get? 3 things?
I think you get 3 things. I'm not sure how it is now.
Okay,
it used to be nachos, but it's not anymore.
Okay.
Now it's just spin dip.
Okay.
I want spin dip. I want mozzarella sticks.
And what else do you want?
What is my other choices here? I feel like I'm under pressure.
There's a choice that is not usually on it, but we just made it be on there. Red mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay, I want that on there. I thought you were going to say chicken fingers instead of boneless wings.
No, I don't think you could do that.
No, you can't.
Really?
That's where you threw me off because you can't do that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. The redskin mashed potato. The only problem was it depended on who was doing prep that morning.
It definitely did.
Because some people led a bad life that were doing prep.
Right. Well, I mean, they're in work release.
Yes. And except when Dina's dad made the best mashed potatoes back there, but people would be making the potatoes, just not mashing them. It was like one potato lump.
It was a Jenny potato casserole.
It was a Jenny potato casserole. But I think, do you think she would leave the skins on?
She can't even peel this potato. It's taking her all day.
I would love to watch her peel.
Oh man. And she's using that stupid Y peeler.
I know. I hate it. Me too. It's so stupid.
Well, I think I don't know. So they only make sandwiches and pizza at his ghost kitchen.
Right.
But I think he made her like a kati roll.
What's that?
It's like the only thing I've ever eaten that's Indian food.
Okay. What is it?
It's like a crepey kind of tortilla-y thing.
That's what it looked like.
And then it's filled with all different things, but I am a novice.
Uh-huh.
And the only thing I've ever gotten is eggs and potatoes.
I was going to say, I've had something rolled up like that with potato in it.
Yeah. That's the only thing I've ever gotten. And then they put like super bad hot sauce on it. I couldn't hang with that.
But their curry is so good. The curry. I remember it was like maybe like curry. My friend's grandmother used to make it.
Yes.
Delicious. Yeah.
Exactly. So she said that in America, she made hamburger helper, frozen pizza.
I don't do frozen pizza.
I'll do a frozen pizza. It's not a meal.
Well, no, it's a snack. I'm saying like, I'm not going to do that for dinner, but even so, I don't really, there's so many frozen pizzas and I just don't like so many of them. It just gives me heartburn.
Understood.
Yeah. That's the problem.
So frozen pizzas, the problem with them is that a lot of people think that pizza sauce is just like very, very, very seasoned with weird things like Domino's.
Yes.
And it's like, that's not real.
That is not at all how it's supposed to taste.
Thank you. So she's like, here's the thing. I know that you think that you're going to be working, but you're not allowed to go out with your friends. You're not allowed to come home drunk. And she's like, he's really changed since we got married. Now, all of a sudden he wants to go to work. He's not allowed to have a friend. He wants to wash himself. He wants to have a friend. He wants to go outside.
Right.
I don't need him outside.
He wants to have a beer.
Yuck. He's not allowed
this is why she doesn't want him to work because he's not allowed to have a social life. And I think she also thinks he'll meet another girl and leave her.
Yeah. I mean,
that's ultimately
here's the
problem.
Thing. It's him and Ro hit in the ghost kitchen.
Right. And if after working 10 hours, if I want to go have a beer, you have no say in the matter.
Yeah. But now she's like, now I'm never going to see you. And it's like, Jenny, get a hobby. I thought, what happened when you were going to Hare Krishna?
Yeah. Why can't she just get a hobby?
You remember when she was going to Hare Krishna with all the Hare Krishna ladies? And they were BFFs. And then
I remember.
She was such a good chanter.
There's no reason she can't continue chanting, or gotta go to a sip and paint. Do something.
Go to a sip and paint. Go to a sweep and clean.
Go to the corner Costco. Get a job.
Go be a reverse haggler.
Yeah, you could just keep lowering the price for everybody. That's all.
Noelle and I just discovered our new favorite sheets, Attitude. The dirty little not so secret about the bedding aisle is that while cotton might be the most popular fabric for sheets, duvets, and pillowcases, it's also the most damaging to our planet. Even organic cotton takes its toll. That's why I am so thrilled to introduce you to Attitude. Made from naturally organic bamboo, Attitude sheets are made without toxic chemicals, and they use 99% less water than cotton. Plus, they're silky softs, so they're comfortable for you and the environment. I love using Attitude sheets because I used to be a really hot sleeper, but I no longer wake up sweating through my sheets. And we both have very sensitive skin, and that's not a problem anymore. Because unlike cotton, which consumes massive amounts of water, energy, and chemicals during production, Attitude uses naturally organic bamboo, the most resourceful, efficient plant on the planet. And Attitude sheets wick away moisture and regulate your temperature to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Try an Attitude bedding for 30 nights. If you're not completely satisfied, return it for a full refund. Right now, you can get 20% off your order plus free shipping when you visit ettitude.com/fiance and enter promo code fiance. Remember, that's Attitude, ETTITUDE, as in eco attitude. Order today for free shipping and 20% off your first order at ettitude.com/fiance, promo code fiance. So moving on to Ed and Liz, they got in the biggest fight they've ever gotten in. And he said that they have a very broken relationship, but do not fear because she wants to work on it. And so does he.
So does he, though. They're so toxic.
Noelle. He's on this little scooter with his helmet on. His helmet's going to fly right off his head.
Yeah.
He has no chin to hold down the strap.
I know.
I feel like maybe it should have been strapped to his ears or something. Or
around
under his nose.
His neck. He should have like a harness, an armpit harness. That would be good. Right from the sides to the pit.
Liz could have a harness and strap Ed to her body while she rides the motorcycle.
Oh, see, but that's the thing. She should be riding the motorcycle.
She should be in front.
Because you would be the one riding the motorcycle.
Of course I would be.
But that's the best part. I've seen pictures of you with a jet ski.
I had like a real loser ex-boyfriend who was just like the worst person in the world. And he couldn't even drive a jet ski because he was such a loser.
Tracey, it's the funniest thing ever.
And so I had to drive the jet ski and then he got scared. So they had to rescue him at sea. But it's okay. I went out with all his friends and had so much fun.
For those of you guys who watch Vanderpump Rules, think of Jack stranded in the middle of the lake calling for help. This is what Tracey's ex. Yes.
Or at least I was on the ocean.
I
was on the ocean in Cancun, Mexico.
You were.
If you guys have ever had any questions about Mexico, please feel free to ask me.
Tracey's a travel agent.
Actually, Lena Marie Catrone is a travel agent.
Yes. She specializes in Disney, I think, right?
I think she specializes in Italy.
Really?
Yeah.
It used to be Disney.
Maybe Italy Disney.
Maybe Euro Disney.
Euro Disney.
Lena Marie, just tell us what you do.
Go post in the group. Go post in the group, Lena.
She has the cutest Winnie the Pooh button-down shirt ever.
Oh my God. She does.
I love it.
So Ed, his head is not gonna be protected at all. But she said that she really, really loves him.
No, you don't.
Okay. Do you remember? We should make her watch the last episode.
Yes.
Where she was like, "I'm not allowed to go outside. He's so mean to me. It's like he calls me fat.
He's above me. I'm his. Whatever. Yeah.
So weird. So he comes home and she comes home and he's like, "All right, listen. Before we talk about anything else, I'm really sorry about, quote, all that stuff about you wanting to be a lesbian. That is not how lesbianism works."
Right. Because Tracey.
I want to be a lesbian.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I want to be. I want you to be.
Yeah. I want it for everyone. You can't just want it.
You can't just want it.
He's so insecure. He makes me sick. It makes me so angry.
Well, he says he's really sorry about that.
There
and
you
he
are.
said that he's just really scared that someone will take her from him.
Get a life.
Okay, then maybe stop calling her fat.
Right. Stop calling her fat. Stop telling her you eat 7-Eleven nachos. Stop doing terrible things.
Right. So that's why I don't believe him.
No, I never believe him. He's full of it.
Well, she said that she's been cheated on in the past, and she gets like really upset that because her ex was accusing her of cheating, but it ended up to be him.
Right.
And she said that her and Ed, no matter what, they always end up back together, no matter how bad the fight is. Yeah, that's called no boundaries, being toxic.
That's called being toxic.
Low
Right.
self-esteem.
Right.
So
or
in
desperation.
It's called desperation. So she goes to therapy with him. And what's going on with water? Why is everyone?
Why are they so concerned? Is it a heat wave? Like what's happening? Exactly?
I don't know, but he wants blankies.
I want a blankie. I want to go into there, but then again, I want to bring my own blankie because I don't know who was wrapped in that.
Thank you. When did you wash that blankie?
Right.
Do you have a blankie washing machine therapy lady?
Do you wash it between people? Right.
I don't know. So Liz looks as if she watched her children get murdered earlier that day.
She does. Something very bad happened to her. Besides
Noelle.
Big Ed. Like
Noelle.
It seems like something bad happened. Yeah.
She looks like she's in a Lifetime movie. Like Not Without My Daughter.
I was just going to say Not Without My Daughter.
Yeah,
that was what I was thinking.
Yeah, like what are you doing, Liz?
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Bad
you got
things.
in an argument with Ed. You got back together with him. This was days ago.
Yeah, get over it.
Why do you look like that?
Because she hates herself, really.
We find out that she got up. Ed is so proud of her because she got up at 5:15 and went to the gym for an hour and a half. So he's really proud of her.
That's what made me mad. It's like, oh, why don't you guys basically like, what do you like about each other? What are you proud of each other for? Oh, I like her because she's taking the initiative to lose weight.
Why is the therapist not saying anything?
Right. The therapist isn't like, well, why are you concentrating on her weight? That's what you're proud of her for?
She's like, good, I'm so proud of you too.
Disgusting.
So he's really proud. Now she talks about how her ex basically like canceled his cell phone bill.
Right.
And she had to pay $3,000.
What year is this?
Okay. She had to pay $3,000. So she had to live in her car and give up her child.
She had no money.
Okay. The thing is, if $3,000 is making you homeless and giving up your child, something else happened.
Yes. It's not just a cell phone, honey.
Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Ask me.
Are you rich?
No.
What would happen if you had a $3,000 bill?
I would pay it.
Okay. What if you couldn't pay it?
I would borrow money.
Would you be homeless?
No.
In any of these situations, would you have to give up your dogs?
I wouldn't have to give up my dogs, my car, my home, my wedding ring. Like I would, you know what I mean? Come on.
Don't pay it.
But that's what I mean. Just don't pay it. Deal with it later.
Don't get a prepaid phone.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
There are other things.
You are homeless for a cell phone.
You were homeless for $3,000?
Yeah, that's crazy.
All right. Well,
I understand living paycheck to paycheck, but also again, prioritize. Just don't pay it. You're gonna lose your daughter instead of why don't pay your cell phone bill? That's so crazy.
Call them and be like, my ex-husband canceled the plan.
Right.
Prematurely. Is there
I'm gonna give up my daughter because of this.
And she's like, I had to give up my daughter. And they're like, ma'am, that's really not our problem.
Right.
We're gonna need the $3,000 in full.
Right. Hang up.
And she's like, how much would you give me for my daughter? And they're like, well, if you give your daughter to your ex,
and you live in your car,
then we'll absolve it.
Yes. Yeah, it's so weird.
So she sent her daughter to live with her dad and she slept in her car. And then Ed starts crying that she lives in her car. Stop. Also, he didn't know that. You guys don't even talk. You guys don't even know each other. Stop.
No, they don't love each other.
Also, don't you have grandma and grandpa and like all these people? Like, what's happening here?
Yeah, but they have financial problems too. She was supposed to sell her ring and give them the money.
That's right. She should do that. So she said that she used to work 6 days a week as a restaurant manager, but now she doesn't because she doesn't pick up shifts. That's not exactly how
managing works.
So
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, that's not how this works.
So is her kid, she still gave it up, right? Like she never got it back.
She wasn't like, okay, I have the 3,000 back. Give me Riley back. No.
I got a new Boost Mobile plan. Can I have my kid back?
That's what I mean. Come on. She's mentally ill.
So that's why she wants to work she can work 6 days a week now because she doesn't have a kid.
Right. But
So
Ed wouldn't let her before.
Because she's not allowed to stay out late. And he said that what he wants from her. So she wants to be able to work and he wants unconditional love.
Vastly different.
No matter what he wants. And he said that he's really scared that she'll work.
Right.
And
he doesn't want her to work overnights or going out to party.
Well, she's not working overnight. She's not unpacking.
I'm sorry. He doesn't want her to work night shifts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the therapist is like, partners have conditions.
Yeah.
That's not your mom.
Yeah.
Do you notice in the confessional his speech has changed and he can't really talk?
No.
There's some kind of impediment in the confessional.
Do you think he has a dental problem?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe he got his tongue pierced.
That really does cause a huge speech impediment.
Trust me, I know. You've heard us talk about products from Dame before, but they have a brand new product. Meet Dip, Dame's intuitive introductory vibrator. Whether Dip is your first vibrator or the toy that helps you rediscover what feels good for you, it's designed to be unintimidating and to encourage pleasure exploration without shame. It is a great deal at only $49. It's a widely accessible vibrator with exceptional performance. It's so simple to use with a 1-button control and 5 intensity settings. Dip can be used all different ways, allowing you to explore what feels good for you. And it's waterproof. It has medical grade silicone and it is whisper quiet, all for $49. And it is so soft to the touch. You can go to dameproducts.com and use code Fiance for 15% off your first order. So that's Dame Products, DAME products.com, and use code Fiance, 15% off your first order. And as always, that will be in the show notes. Moving on to Jovi Hovi Yoviara.
Which I don't think this is real. And if it is, I don't like it.
So they're in Prague and Jovi has to work. So Jovi has to work.
Yeah.
That's why he's not going with them. It's not because she doesn't want them with.
Yeah.
She's not like, you sit in the hotel room. I'm going out with the baby.
No, he's like, I have to work anyway. Okay.
Right. So she said that the coffee is better there. And so yada, yada, yada. She's going to move there. What about the coffee at Café du Mans?
She wants to move there.
She wants no chicory.
I don't want chicory coffee. It's very good though. Okay. I don't need it every day.
Right. Now, do you think that maybe, so her mom wants her to move there and don't you think that she should get an apartment there?
Okay. Yes. That's
as
not
an investment,
the point though.
Right. But don't you think she should just go there when Jovi's at work? He's at work for 2 months a year, 2 months at a time.
Yes. But I know that she has to be in America for a certain amount of time or whatever.
Days,
but the problem is she's not presenting this correctly. That's the problem.
Yes, correct. So now she is getting ready the next morning and he's drinking champagne.
Yeah, but she ordered it. You know what I mean? You guys want us to think that he's a drunk, but she's the one that ordered breakfast because he went over and he's like, what is this?
Right. And she's like,
so she's the one who ordered it.
Unless it was in the bar, in the mini bar.
No, it was with the breakfast on the table in a champagne cooler. You know what I mean? Come on.
So she tells him that they're going to look at apartments to buy. And he's like, that's crazy. And she's like, why? I'm going to buy it with my own money. And she's like, I work, I make money. I sell clothes on the internet. And now all of a sudden he's like, well, I need to go look at the apartments then because he's going to stop this plan. But again, I think that this is a fabricated.
Well, I think it's fabricated, but I also don't think that he's wrong for being annoyed, not because she wants to get an apartment, but because the way she's saying it. Yeah, just say, when you're at work, I want to have a place to stay. I'll bring Mila here and I'll come back when you're home.
Yeah, I think it's a good investment also. And then my mom could stay there.
Right. And it's
or
like
my refugee family could stay there.
You can't communicate that though. I don't like the way she's talking about it.
Yeah, but is she not, or are they making her not?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, something else we don't know.
Kevin Usman?
He is eating sugarcane, I think.
Mm-hmm, he is.
And she said that they're going to break up basically. And he's like, then that's fine. Then go. He's like, I'm the one that's sacrificing everything.
But also she can't just be like, okay, and leave.
Right. So she's like, sit down. I need to talk to you. Okay.
It's over. Here's the thing. You know this isn't gonna work. Just leave. Stop.
Well, he said that like she threatened him basically with a breakup, and she said, quote, she won't let a man manipulate her again.
Okay, so I don't know for sure if
Like
this is a
after this one?
manipulation.
I know, but like after this one,
Yeah,
it's not a manipulation per se,
right.
but I don't think that we're being totally honest, Usman.
No, I don't think Usman's being totally honest, but I don't think he's exactly like ripping her off.
No,
Yeah.
no, but I mean,
And I think she knows. I think she knows what's going on.
she does, but she's never gonna let a man manipulate her again.
Right.
So it's like, so after Usman or
right.
okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants them to leave there smiling. That's what he said. He's like, listen, I don't know why you're thinking that I wasn't gonna marry you first. We're both gonna be and it's like, because you've
been saying
you said you won't go against your mom.
You said that.
Okay. So he wants Muhammad to talk to his mom instead of Farouk.
Because Farouk was like a jerk.
He's like, I don't know why you would think that you would be my second wife. She's like, you told me that.
Yes, literally.
Okay. So they go back for round 2.
Right.
So now he's like, listen, I know you're not going to keep this thing on your head. I'm going to wrap it around your neck.
It looks so nice.
Sure. But like, it's because she can't.
Is that why?
Yes.
Yeah, it's lame. It's so lame. It's something that bothers me on Twitter. And when I tweeted about it, people were like, yeah, that was so annoying.
Super annoying. So he covers her body, but not her hair. And
right.
She's like, I'm so good with people.
Could have fooled me.
So he prays to God and he's like, hello, God. It's me. Usman. We have very good intentions. And God is like, okay.
Maybe Kim does.
Right. So he says that, but then he crosses his fingers behind his back. So guess what?
What?
Farouk shows up again.
He walks in and I'm like, dun, dun, dun.
¿Dónde está Muhammad?
Muhammad couldn't make it.
Somebody's
got to watch the goat.
This is true.
He's goat sitting.
He's bull sitting.
He's bull sitting.
And he's bull. Anyway. So his mom's like, listen, I know this isn't baby girl Torah.
Right.
So she's like, show her pictures of my black son.
Right. Maybe that'll get me in.
It did.
I know. Because they're like, wait, what's this?
But she also doesn't even keep her body covering on.
No, I know. And it's like, she can't do this. She just can't.
She tells them that she was in the army and that her and Usman did the same job in the army. And now they are impressed.
Yes. Good. Yeah. But I like that they're at least engaging her, you know?
So Farouk apologizes
which is nice.
His mom's like, okay, so here's the deal. I thought my ear wasn't working anymore. Like my body ear. And it's just because my headphone was falling out.
You thought your ear just shut off?
I did. I was going to tell you, I think my left ear shut off, but it didn't.
Oh, look at that. It's back. Everything's fine.
Okay. So his mom's like, listen, I know that you want to be his first wife, but instead, he's going to marry his cousin. LOL.
Right.
She's like, every time you come to me, I'm going to say something crazier.
And you're going to have to do it. Yeah.
So she wants him to marry his young cousin.
Right.
In America, we call 911 when that happens.
Some states.
The coastals.
The coastals. Yes.
So he said, he's like, yes, my mom wants me to meet a friend's daughter. That's not what she said at all.
That's not what she said.
You translated
That's how
that
you're
wrong.
taking it. Yep. That I don't even know if he translated it wrong. I think he just filtered that in his brain.
Yeah. He's like, okay, we're gonna pretend we didn't say that.
Yes.
So Farouk and mom are like, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yep.
See you later. We're out.
Yeah, they're like, we'll see you later. Bye. You still don't have our blessing. Bye.
But now he's gonna marry his child cousin. LOL.
That is so funny. His mother's like, checkmate, bitch.
And he's like, I think I should just meet her, right?
Yeah. Because I've never met her.
I met her at her birth.
16.
I met her when my sister had her, but now let's just
that's so crazy.
Moving on to Andre and Libby.
Okay, not much happens with them.
Okay, do you notice that? So they're in the car and Ellie's like, hello, I would like French fries.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, we're getting there.
Yeah.
And then she's like, Daddy.
Uh-huh.
Dad.
Yeah.
God, so annoying.
Yeah, it's the worst. And it's
Hello?
like, well, this is why.
I know, but can you acknowledge her?
No, they don't want to. They should just have a limo. Just have her in the back, close the thing.
Why do they look like something bad happened to them too?
They seem like something bad happened to them.
So she's pregnant, but she's like, this isn't a good time. This isn't great. And it's like, no, you're actually really happy that you're pregnant and you tried to get pregnant.
Yeah, well, here's the thing though. It also, what timing, huh? You're in trouble. You might get deported and you just happen to be pregnant again.
Right. But you're also not in trouble and you're not getting deported.
Yeah, you're not in trouble. And also you wanted to get pregnant. This is a purpose baby.
Right.
You know?
So this is not only an anchor baby, this is a purpose baby.
This is a purpose baby.
So they go to the infamous strip mall. They go to, quote, meet the baby.
Meet the baby. I like it. I like it.
Go to the doctor.
You're going to meet the baby though.
Okay, but what is it with these strip mall ultrasound places?
That's who will let them film, I guess.
I guess. So they want a boy. And Libby's like, you know, if we have a boy, I would really love if it had my father-in-law's personality instead of Andre's.
Because he wouldn't be psycho and controlling. Okay, Libby.
So now they do the ultrasound and Andre sees the baby on the screen and he goes straight away, no problem. Look at that. I made a perfect baby. And
yeah,
it's like,
he's happy.
But you don't even know that.
No, I know, but Andre, he's a meathead.
He's like, look at that. It has all 5 of its legs.
Perfect. I think that was a very cute moment there, though. I do.
Sure, but it was just so funny how prideful he was.
Yeah, I love it.
Knowing. But it's like you jump to a conclusion that you don't even know.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's funny.
Whatever. So she's about 12 weeks pregnant.
She's about 12 weeks. And she also
thinks like, I had to tell Ellie every day.
You know what's crazy is she thinks he's so irrational that like my family called, deportation on him. It's like, why is that crazy? None of them like him.
Right.
Why is that so crazy?
They fist fight with him.
Yeah. How is that irrational? I don't know. I just slurred my speech. I don't know what happened to me.
Moving on to Angela and Michael. So she said this has been a really stressful trip.
Right. Due to her own self. Take a look in the mirror, Angela.
So she FaceTimes with Renee, but Michael's there in bed with her wearing the color of last season.
Yes, he is wearing last season's color.
Okay. So he said that he's going to take Instagram down. Do you notice her voice is gone?
Yes. From her screaming.
Yep.
She probably has no toes left. They're probably all broken from her kicking his chair over and over and over again.
Well, that's not true because he got lucky. And he also bit her in the breast area.
Bro, he really is invested on coming to America.
He snapped out of it.
Yeah.
He's like, you're right. You're right. He's like, I listened to the podcast last week and you're right. I've done this much. I'm just going to keep going.
I just have to stick to it.
Okay. So then things happened that I'm not okay with.
He came to her room. He misses her so much. She was awesome. He loves her new body.
Mm-hmm. He loves it so much because he could see her hoo-ha when he looks down. And
I think I blacked out. I didn't even hear that. Then in the
confessional, she's like, oh, look, and then she starts like pulling her.
See, I saw that part. Talking about the hoo-ha, I think I blacked out.
Yeah. Well, she said that she flew there to, quote, surprise him.
Oh, is that what you surprised him by torturing him?
Surprise. Open your mouth to the barrel of this gun.
Surprise him by causing him years worth of trauma.
So he said that, listen, he's like, I told her I was going to take the Instagram down. I do not intend on taking it down.
Right.
And she's like, listen to me. I am so sick. From being upset. And it's like, what about screaming and smoking? Do you think that maybe you're upset about that?
You would think.
You think that that's what maybe that's where you lost your voice?
I think like I said, I think she lost her voice by berating him
and smoking.
But it's like, also, I don't know why they show us like a little bit of her smoking in the background. You used to always show us Angela smoking. We know she smoked.
No, they were showing her.
No, they showed her, but they only show her like a little bit. Usually they show her like chain smoking.
They showed her chain smoking.
I only saw her smoking one cigarette this episode.
Nope. She was smoking in the hotel
when they
room.
were sitting outside.
She was smoking in the cab. She was smoking.
But what cab?
She took a cab. She took a cab back out. Did you watch the show?
I swear to God, I watched the show.
Okay, well, we're getting there.
Okay.
So he said that they should both take their profiles down.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Call
so
her
now
bluff.
they're out.
Yeah.
And he said that. And so she leaves and she gets in a cab.
Yes, that I saw.
And she's smoking in the cab.
Okay.
And then she gets out of the cab and she has a sick wedgie and they like zoom in on it. You know, it's really fun. Yeah, I have a visitor that's not.
No, that's okay.
Gonna come in because I don't have any visitors. So she's fake crying in the confessional.
Yes, she's full of it.
So he comes to her door and she lets him in. And then out of nowhere, she just starts swatting at him.
I know. It's like, I think that they cut a lot of this, obviously, because I think that he says more stuff. He must say more to piss her off than we see.
Right. Exactly.
You know, like so, almost like they make him more of a victim.
Sure.
Yeah.
So she tells him to leave. And he said that it, quote, it's a lie of love. Say that to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. I would never say that to you.
Michael talks to Renee and he's like, I wear my ring all the time and I don't flirt with girls on Instagram. And she's like, yeah, you're both wrong. But honestly, if he wears his ring, how could he possibly cheat?
But I know, right? But also, okay, then say, here's my password. You can go on my Instagram whenever you want it, any time of day. Just do that.
She'll just delete it.
No, I know, but it's kind of like, okay, so then you could check everything all the time because he's not going to delete it. So you need some kind of compromise because I don't want him to give in to this.
This is very, very bad. I don't know what's going on here, but it's not good.
No, it's not good. And also it's not, you're right. They got like so much footage from just a little bit of time with them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very strange. If you guys want to talk about the show or this podcast, go to 90 Day Podcast, 90 Day Trash Talk on Facebook. Is that where our group is?
It's on Facebook.
Answer all the questions. Don't be weird.
Don't be weird. And like, just answer them. It's not that hard.
Thank you. Also, Noelle, you keep us up with all of the latest gossip at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And go to TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming stand-up comedy dates and everything podcast related, including the Patreon. It's right there. And we have merch for sale too. So go check out the merch, check out the Patreon, check out everything.
Tell a friend.
Tell one friend, give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on. And also, Noelle.
Yeah.
What else should they do?
Subscribe to this, what you're watching this on right now on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
What else should they do?
If you don't like what we look
like, if you like the clips that we're posting about
repost them,
please repost them and like them and comment on them.
Like
we want some traction. We made this for you. We love you.
We did this for you specifically.
For you specifically. Actually, I'm speaking to you. Singled out.
Everything is right there in the show notes.
Right there
in the show notes.
Show notes.
Goodbye for
a week.
Wait,
what?
The Single Life Trash Talk is on Patreon. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. Bye.
Bye.